As I come out and do these weekly updates, I'm finding that in days, what I said today is almost obsolete. Today, on passive, the floodgates are open. And on passive is moving so quickly that what I say today is obsolete tomorrow. Very, very exciting things happening in on passive today. And I'm going to answer a few questions that, I get mostly from new individuals that are coming into on passive. Those people that have been here for a while, you and I, obviously we know better than to ask some of these questions, but I'm going to go ahead and answer them. The first one is the launch. Everybody comes in, when's it going to launch? When is it going to launch? And the launch is scheduled for 2020 this year. And if you've listened to my other videos, you have a pretty good idea when we're going to launch. I will never give you a date. I won't do that. We don't do that in on passive. This is a very, very, very large undertaking. And there are things that can happen that will take us one way or another, either sooner or later. But we're very, very close to that point when I'm going to be able to give you a date. But if you've been listening to me, we know that in India, in Bangalore and Hyderabad, that Ash is staffing. And he's staffing so that as we launch to the world, he has enough people there to take care of the sheer volume that's going to be coming out. And we know in Bangalore, there are about 200 people there. That's fully staffed. Hyderabad, I think they've got 2 or 3, maybe 400 people there. They're still staffing, and they will staff through this month and into next month. But as we look at the staffing that Ash is doing, really, really important. It has to be there to have a really seamless, successful launch. We know that it's going to take about 60 days to train these new technicians that are coming into ONPASSIVE. Okay? Now, you can use that and use your imagination and kind of figure out when we're going to launch, give or take. Okay? The soft launch, I get questions about that. Again, I'm not going to give you a date, but just stay tuned. You do not want to miss these videos, period. The videos I'm doing right now, you don't want to miss them because the information is coming in so quickly from Mr. Ash Mufareh. And what I can share with you, I do. I come on and I share it with you. Do not miss these videos I do. So that's number one. Use your imagination, guys. You can kind of figure out where we're at, where we're going, and when the launch is going to be. We're very close, believe me. The second thing I want to talk about are the tools of ONPASSIVE. We had a webinar Thursday, and it was a corporate webinar. And Ash, before the webinar, he called us. He talked to some of the leaders that were going to be in the webinar. And he talked about the things that are happening in ONPASSIVE. And one of those things was the tools of ONPASSIVE. And although I'm not going to get into the specific tools, I want to talk about one thing in particular. He talked about one tool last Thursday that as it launches will save businesses not a few $100s or a few $1,000s, but hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when you think about a tool that a business can come in and use and save that kind of money, what do you think is going to happen? And this is all about volume, because volume is really, really important to us, those individuals that have come in and are participating with ONPASSIVE. That's how we get paid. And this is one product, and this is not the communication module. I've talked about that in the past. This is another product. And just this product alone, I believe, will bring in millions of customers. One product, and all of the products of ONPASSIVE, all 30, 40 products of ONPASSIVE, they're the same. Whatever niche they're in, they will dominate it. And when you talk about one product that will bring in that kind of volume, start to think about what it's going to do for you, because in the end, that's what matters, what it's going to do for you and I, and how it's going to affect that bottom line. And when you start thinking in those terms, you're going to understand just how good a position you're in and what that's going to do for you as we launch, schedule launch 2020, give or take, okay? So the tools, as Ash comes on and describes them, they're just better and better and better. And the impact they're going to have online, to the online infrastructure, it's just going to be, beautiful to watch. And everybody that's a founding member in ONPASSIVE, guys, you're going to absolutely love it. So let's talk about the founding membership. And I think everybody knows this. As ONPASSIVE launches to the world, the founding position, you will no longer be able to get a founding position. And Ash is very, very definitive about this. Now, it might open up in 3 or 4 or 5 years. We don't know. But as we launch to the world, you will not be able to become a founding member of ONPASSIVE. And you won't be able to become a founding member on ONPASSIVE with any amount. If you come in and you offer Ash and say, listen, I want to become a founder, I'll give you 10 grand. Nope, not going to happen. I want to become a founding member, I will give you 100 grand. Nope, it's not going to happen. And what this shows you is the value of the founding position, the position that we've gotten because we saw the vision of Ash Mufareh and ONPASSIVE. And it's a massive vision, and it will affect you personally. Not only will it affect your bottom line, but it will affect the way you live, the lifestyle you want to live. It will increase that to a place where you want it to be. If you are not a founding member right now, continue to explore ONPASSIVE. My recommendation is come in, pay the $97 that locks you into the company and locks you into the pay structure. You might not know all the benefits right now, but I can tell you, as we launch to the world, those benefits are going to become crystal clear. And those individuals that see it and want to come in as a founder, you're not going to be able to do it. And if Ash ever does open it up in 3 or 4 or 5 years, guys, it's not going to be 10 grand. I don't know what it's going to be. I can't even imagine what it's going to be. But that number is going to be a very, very large number. And I can tell you, if he opens up the founding position, again, in 3 to 5 years, people will come in and pay whatever he wants. That's how powerful the founding position is. And us, as founding members, are in such a unique position because we did see the vision, because we did come in and become founders. Your life is going to change. I think the world is going to change because of ONPASSIVE. But those individuals that are founders, you are very, very special. You are a partner with Ash Mufareh, and Ash Mufareh's dream was not only to build the wealth, but to share it. And we're the people he's going to be sharing it with. So if you're not a founder, I always recommend come on in, pay the $97, and then continue to learn about ONPASSIVE. Believe me, you will not be disappointed, and it just gets better, better, and better. I want to hit on the offices in Bangalore, especially the one in Hyderabad. They have had a little problem with COVID, okay? They've had a few people that have come down with COVID. They've had to do a few things. I'm not going to get into it. But I can tell you the individuals that got the COVID virus, there were no symptoms. They're fine as far as I know. This is not a big deal. It's something that Ash has thought about, contemplated. He's come up with ways to work around it. That's what they're doing right now. As of Monday, which is tomorrow, the office will be open, and those individuals that did not test positive will be back in the office. So things are running really, really well. Things are happening every day. As I said, the floodgates there are literally open, and we don't have to worry about that. Ash, we'll let Ash worry about that. That's why he gets the big bucks, right? But we're fine. The COVID thing in India, they're handling it very, very well. And Ash and his team, they've got this down to a science now, and they're fine. 2 more things I want to share with you. Next Thursday, today is, I think, the 27th. Next Thursday, we will not have any panelists on the meeting for the founding members of ONPASSIVE. Okay? There will be a surprise visit, and so we won't have any panelists, and and we will kick it around on Thursday with our surprise guest. Okay? I'll leave it at that. The last thing I want to share with you is Catmo. Okay? Every once in a while, Ash does this, and it's a fun thing. And he threw the word out there, Catmo, about a week, maybe 10 days ago. And everybody is wondering, what is Catmo? And Ash told us, listen, if you know what Catmo is, you know what ONPASSIVE is. Okay? And I'm going to let that turn in your imagination and think about it. And it is apropos. Ash is spot on. If you know what Catmo is, you know what ONPASSIVE is. And I'm going to leave it at that and let you dwell on it for a while. Ash will come on and tell us what that is eventually, but he's not going to do it today. And I thought it was kind of a fun thing to throw it out there, have you think about it, contemplate it, and maybe you'll come up with the right answer. I don't know. But it's one of those things, and it's one of those things I love about Ash Mufareh. He has a fun side, and he does this every once in a while. It's for the founding members. It's for us that are in there. It's just a fun thing to think about, and if you get it, yeah, you're in a good place. You really are. So that was the webinar last Thursday with the founders. So a lot of things I can't talk about on an open forum like this video. But as you come into ONPASSIVE, you're going to learn everything that we know. If you're not a founder today, come on in, pay the $97. You're really in a unique position to take advantage of a company that, as it launches, will launch as a unicorn company or shortly after. That's a company that has a value of $1 billion. Never been done in industry, online, offline. It's never been done in business before. This is the first time that a company, as they launch to the world, will be a unicorn company. And obviously what that's going to do for us, those individuals that Ash is going to share the wealth with, you're going to be in a really, really good place. So today, the floodgates have opened. Believe me, they have. Today's webinar, in 2 or 3 days, it will be obsolete. And obviously I'll come on, especially after the Thursday meeting, and update you on what the special guest has said. And from there, we'll just keep moving forward. We're in a really, really great period of time right now, and the time frames for ONPASSIVE are compressing every day. We're really, really close. So get excited, continue to work, continue to share ONPASSIVE, and as we get to the launch of ONPASSIVE, which again is scheduled 2020, you're just going to be in a great position. And if you're one of those individuals that can't share, don't worry about it. That's why you're in ONPASSIVE. Automate it, automate it, automate it. You can come in, participate. You will be fine. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great week. And as I know more, I'll come on and do another video. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, always recommend you do that. Click the bell on the right. And as I do more updates, you'll get notified. Very, very cool stuff happening today. I think you want to know what's happening because it will change your life. So that's it for today, guys. Again, have a great week. And yeah, well, absolutely. See you at the top.